Lady and gentlemen. I'm here to speak about the West Conant Street assessments and the West Conant Street project. The aprons that are at our property were just replaced 244 days ago. Brand new. Now I'm going to pay another $3,000 or $4,000, $3,000 for, again, new aprons. I'm also questioning our assessment versus our neighbor's assessment has no assessment on sidewalk whatsoever. Not that I'm going to feel better if their ox is gored, but my ox is really gored. Is the finalization of assessments? I don't know. No one can answer any questions for me. I just have to speak, but nobody can talk. Is that right, Dennis?
That is correct.
That is correct.
Okay, discussion of possible recommendation on resolution number 23-23, intent to exercise special assessment powers for the West Conant Street reconstruction project.
As per our assessment policy, individuals being assessed less than $300 would pay in full within 60 days of being invoiced. More than $300 but less than $1,500 have the option of paying the balance in full or placing it on their tax roll to be paid within 3 installments plus interest. More than $1,500 have the option of paying the balance or placing on the tax roll to be paid within 5 annual installments plus interest.
And then the other concern is, I assume we can't work around, even though the apron is less than 1 year old.
In most cases on this project, the road profile is changing, which will require that apron.
So if I understand right, the assessment vote itself is not necessarily contingent to the project moving forward, meaning they're two separate votes. Mostly the assessment is essentially just finding a way to fund a portion of it. Am I understanding the assessment vote correctly? Would that be fair? Meaning that they're two separate questions as to whether or not to go forward with the project versus that of whether or not.
Question. Correct. The item on the agenda tonight is whether to start the process for special assessments associated with the project. It has nothing to do with the project in general.
Got it. Then I would like to make a motion to recommend to council to deny the assessments as presented tonight.
So if we deny these assessments, what are we actually doing?
The city's going to pick up the tab. I haven't thought it through enough. I can't support that tonight. Okay, and one of the reasons is because first thing comes to my mind, what are we going to do with Ellie's? And that's city property. We assess to people 50% on Ellie's. You know, we need to think this whole thing through rather than just haphazardly say tonight we ain't going to have assessments anymore.
Is there an option, does this have to be finalized tonight, or can we table this for next meeting so we can get more information or do some thinking on this?
We can do whatever we want to do.
On the other hand, I would kind of say, okay, let's put this in the budget, but then let's also put a lien on that parcel so that when that person either sells or whatever, that parcel is sold and all that, we get back the assessment that we as a city paid on that parcel.
I believe that it's an ordinance that we have assessments. Eric?
I have no problem with putting this on the August Legislative and Regulatory Committee for all future assessments going forward in the city to change that ordinance. But that being said, I also don't want to approve these assessments though tonight either. I'll make a motion to table this item until after the council has voted one way or the other on pending piece on this from legislative and regulatory, which will be on the next agenda.
I'm not sure it's going to the council.
You mean out of legislative and regulatory?
Oh, out of leg and reg, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I meant.
So just tabling the topic until Leg and Reg has sent a recommendation to the council.
And council has made a decision one way or the other.
Has acted one way or another.
Got a motion by Eric and a second by Susan to table this issue. There is no discussion. Tim?
Aye.
Marty?
Aye.
Eric?
Aye.
I vote aye. Susan?
Aye.
So that's where it stands. It really goes to leg and reg at this point.
Yep.
And that's going to be your August meeting, I suppose.
Unless we can amend it.
That's a whole meeting in itself.
That leg and reg is Monday night.
Because
I don't
exactly.
think that's enough time.
I don't think so either.
I think there's some thoughts got to be put into
So I
this.
mean, theoretically, if the council, and if Leg and Reg and the council, for whatever reason, keep special assessments, they could come back and still assess this at a later date, because, I mean, so I'm just saying that's not contingent on the project. I just
Correct.
want to make everybody know.
Yep.
Merely a policy decision.